And good evening, everybody. It's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is my favorite night of the year, but so this is Christmas Eve, and good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Who do we got here early in? Brother Jack Dawson here, Brother Dwayne Marks, and Will Toole. He says, "Glad I'm on tonight." I'm glad I'm on tonight too, buddy. Or am I playing Ken? I don't know where Ken is. Certainly, if he comes on, love to play them. We'll just nix out Action PC Baseball. Philip says getting ready for Game 4 of the 1980 season. Cool. If everybody's doing well today, and getting ready for uh, one of the holiest nights in the church calendar. From an Orthodox perspective, Christmas is number 2. What you would call Easter is number 1. But regardless, it is at least this time of year when we at least hopefully think a little bit about the peace on earth, goodwill toward all. So hopefully, that's what yeah, let's do it. So for anybody who has Action PC Baseball, they did drop a service patch for it. So I don't know. Dave doesn't usually, I don't know where the patch notes are, but just install it. So they do work quickly. I mean, this game just came out, last week, Friday? Just Friday, it just came out. So already a patch, so that's a good thing. And so when Cousin Ken Castro, when he shows up and ready to play Game 3 of the 1912 World Series, we will certainly do that. So, all right. So I thought we would at least maybe do a few innings since we did Action PC Baseball. We did 6 innings of Strat. So I thought it'd be fun to just do at least maybe just a few innings. I mean, with APBA Go, and it's nice that Dwayne's here just in case I missed something. And I think what we'll do is we're going to play it. I'm going to play against a computer manager in APBA Go. So that way we put this through its paces, I guess, with the master game. So that's what we'll do. Hopefully they're going to open up the master game more. From my understanding, they do. H Field, how you doing, brother? Doing fine. Just getting things finished up for the Michael T. McGreevy League and out of the park baseball. It's going to take a little bit longer, guys, but we'll talk about that more. Maybe Friday night or something, or Saturday. So it's going to be just a very slight delay, but that's just because of the eye surgeries and stuff. And got another one coming up, but we're going to have McGreevy started before that gets going. So yeah, so I hope you're doing well too, my friend. So you guys, H Field, he's one of our big dudes in out of the park baseball. So it's cool. Thinking about also what would be interesting just to compare the two. And this is what I've got to coordinate with Dwayne on a night that he's on. I think it'd be really fun. And I know some people might think it's pointless, but just to try it, I think it'd be kind of fun to do Digital Diamond baseball with Action PC, just for the hell of it. Even though Digital Diamond, it already does keep stats and keep all that stuff, but just to look at different dice rolling systems. So that might be fun. Maybe do one night, tonight with Dombrov baseball as well. Just kind of muck about, and just see. The other one would be good, would be fun, would be Diamond Mine baseball because it gives you that nice scoring and everything. But definitely we're going to run Pocket Pennant Run with Action PC baseball as well. I think that'll be fun. But so just mainly the dice rolling stuff. So that's what we're going to do for now, because I don't see Cousin Ken. So what I'm going to do is move. I got to move the APBA screen off here, but I'll be moving it back and forth as we go along. But I do got to set lineups. I don't want to do the Pirates and Phillies. I actually want to play that as an Action PC baseball game, because largely this project that I'm doing, 1971, this is going to really be playing through this season and seeing how legacy mode works, because that's the one that's really, I mean, manual entry is really cool. It's super cool. But since I don't play a lot of cards and dice, baseball. I'm interested in the legacy mode to see how that compares. So I thought maybe tonight we would do a few innings of the New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, and I only say a few innings. That way, if we don't finish it, I can always just X right out of Action PC Baseball, and the game won't count. This is 1971, 6th of April. So um, Action PC Baseball uses as played lineups, as played schedules, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys will hang out for a little bit, and yeah, let's get going here. So first thing I've got to do is I think we'll manage the Red Sox. Yeah. All right, and let's get to it. Don't have the headphones on yet, so I don't even know what the sound is going to be like in the ballpark, but that's all right. Let me just see. Mouse over box score. Yeah, I don't want the mouse over. It drives me nuts, the mouse over, but everything else is really, really good. Okay. All right, so I'm going to let let me see. So computer versus right and computer lineup. All right, there we go. No DH, of course, in this game. Got to set the other one. Yep. And there we go. All right, now I got to set the lineups in APBA Go because that has a default lineup, but I want everything obviously to match up. So hey, we got 10 folks watching. Thank you. So let's bring APBA Go kind of just right over here. And of course, I'm gonna have to move it back and forth when people are saying things. Will Tool says, "Buckle down." He said he broke down about Pocket Pennant Run tonight after watching you fathers do manual entries with Action PC and other games, but so far a brick wall. Okay, let's talk about what's the brick wall you've hit. Let's talk about that first. Um, let's talk about what brick wall you had. Just trying to figure out where to get the Pocket Pen. Oh, well, that's easy, man. That's all it is. Go to pocketpenantrun.com. Click out. I'll just bring up the site. You have to look in your email because you would have gotten the password for this too. Okay, so let me bring this over, Will, so you can get the skinny, brother. All right, I'm gonna put my mic down here. You guys can still hear me anyhow. So let's do this. Pocketpenantrun.com. Go to software. There's John DFW. Great to see you, John. When you click on software, it's probably so my password's still working. There's a password that you would have gotten um, in your right when you got this, Will, and this is where everything is. Everything is for Pocket Penguin software. It's the password I think is the same for everybody. So just check your email, Will. Tell me if you got it. Dwayne Mart says he's coming on. Give him a few minutes. All right. Well, then we're not going to do Action PC. And unfortunately, I can't change the title of the stream, but that's okay. So that's where you want to go, Will. And then you'll type in a password. This is like a shared drive. It's OneDrive. And then this is what you download. And the one that you want, just go ahead and do the whole. It says Pocket Pen Run Betty 4.40. Don't do the update because that's just the update. You want this. And then you're going to also want the artwork zips. That's all the player photos for this. And yeah. So, and it'll say here which file do you need. So that's what you do, Will. And you'll be ready to rock and roll, brother. I thought you were having trouble with the software itself. Okay, so that does that. All right. So we'll see what Ken wants to do. If he actually wants to play a game or just wants to hang out, and see what she wants to do. And we'll save the Action PC thing for another night if Ken wants to do. We're in Game 3 of the 1912 World Series. New York Giants holding a 2-0 lead. So let's see. Wait for Cousin Ken and talk for a few minutes. So yeah, new update for Action PC Baseball. Good stuff. And the manual entry seems to work very, very, very well in this game. I received a new. Look at that. He doesn't even mess around. I got a new challenge. All right, I guess we're gonna jump out of Action PC Baseball as soon as it's done doing that, and we're just gonna close out the game. Goodbye, Fenway, and we'll bring APBA Go over onto here. I suppose, and we'll exit. I'm not sure, John. I don't know where the patch notes are. I just updated it. And yeah, there we go. Let me do this. All right. And I went New York, NY. I forget if it does NYN or NY whatever. I think it's NYN. Yep, there it is. Okay, play ball. I haven't even had a chance to test it out there, John. To tell you the truth. So, okay, click here to play the game. So, cousin Ken Castro and I. So those of you that came in wanting to see APBA and Action PC, that'll be for another night, and hopefully cousin Ken will actually come in and say hello. So I'm going to start Rube Marquard. He should be there, and select the lineup, and I'm just going to go with the default lineup with this. And all right, so Snodgrass, Merkel, Myers, Doyle, Becker, Murray, Herzog, Fletcher, and Marquard. Okay. And Ken's going to set his lineup, and we will go to game 3. So New York with a 2-0 lead. Yeah, that's why I have Marquard, cousin. I think you have O'Brien. If memory serves. Merry Christmas Eve Eve. See, there you go. Aaron's got it. It is Christmas Eve Eve. So yeah, there we go, man. For those of you who are lucky enough tomorrow to be off Christmas Eve, God bless you. Cousin Ken joining us here. So game 3 of our replay of the 1912 World Series. We're about to get underway here. Manual entry additions and corrections. Thank you, John. He found it. Legacy mode adjustments. Corrects for blank player or blank roster player card screen when viewing the roster via minor, or yeah, via the roster. Okay. Minor opening menu game and roster screen adjustments. Okay, yeah. Today's Festivus. The airing of grievances. So I wonder what now I'm curious, what are the additions to manual entry? Maybe these games usually go pretty quickly between Ken and I. So maybe after that, if you guys are hanging around, we'll check out what the additions are for manual entry. I can't really check legacy mode right now because that's the idea of that 1971 season. So we're just waiting for Ken to set his lineup, and we'll get underway here with game 3. Game 3. All right, so there we go. We are in the ball. Well, we have to pretend. We have to pretend that we're at Fenway Park because there's only one ballpark, and it's just a backdrop here. All right, so cousin Ken, let's do this, man. So looking at the starting defense for the Boston Red Stockings. So Tris Speaker over there playing in left, Harry Hooper in center, Duffy Lewis in right, Larry Gardner at third, Heine Wagner at short, Steve Yerkes at second, and Jake Stoll at first. Bill Kerrigan behind the plate and on the mound. We always like to look at our pitchers here, don't we? We do like to look at our pitchers. So Tom O'Brien will be taking the hill today for the Boston Red Sox. In 1912, he went 20-13 with an ERA of 2.58. Looking at strikeouts and walks, 115 strikeouts and 90 walks. For Mr. O'Brien, for those of you who are, he's a grade 14 pitcher in APBA. And give you guys just a quick look at Tom O'Brien's APBA card, and these are the actual APBA cards. So there you go. Pretty nice. All you got for a link was a PDF file. Okay, so no, cuz I've been waiting for you, man. You're all good. You can hijack any damn thing. Yeah, you're all right, Will. So you did not get. So I would shoot a message to. There's a software support thing, and Craig does answer it really quickly. Will. So just So when you go back to that page, sorry, cuz I let you know me. I want to get these guys helped out here. So let me close this. Well, I'm going to bring this back up again and show you where you would get in touch with him. Also, getting in touch with Paul Fay is a good idea. Race Hot Wheels will still nice to see you guys do internet gamers. So we will. As soon as I find somebody with Action PC baseball, welcome in Race Hot Wheels. Merry Christmas Eve. Somebody wants to play head to head Action PC baseball, would love to do it. Okay, so over here, Will, when you go to contact, there's a software issue form. You just go to general contact form right here. Todd B, welcome in. He says figures Ken's handle is here, ends in 69. So just down here, Will, all you need to do is just you put your comment. You could also let's see what the software issue does. That might be the better one. So hang on, my friend. I realize there's it's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I wanted to do. Like I said, I know the password's the same for everybody, but I don't want them to get pissed off. Or I would just say, here's the password, dude. Contact software issue form. Let me just make sure. Just do the contact, the regular general contact form. That should be good. Okay. And if Paul Fay gets this, Paul, our friend Will Tool needs the password for the Pocket Pen Run software. He did buy it. Okay. And Will, you'll really like it. And there's a lot. There's a lot that's going to be added next year. There's been a lot added to this fantastic baseball game, and I've already gone through ad nauseum what you get with this. But again, we'll go over that again someday. The only thing that approaches this in size is out of the park baseball. Oh, thank you, Paul. Welcome in. There you go, Will. So, so who did you? Oh, you messaged somebody 5 minutes ago. Maybe it's you, Will. Did he mention? I'm not sure. But I don't want to just give out that password, obviously. So you will get that. And Pocket Pennant Run is so much fun. And we're going to do Pocket Pennant Run with Action PC some night. It'll be fun to see how these two games side by side handle the input thing, right? Okay, Will, you should have gotten a message from Paul, and you need to direct message him back, Will. Okay. So if you're looking at the chat, get the info from Paul that you should have, and let's go. All right, leading things off here is Fred Snodgrass for the 1912 Giants. We're ready to get underway. Ken Castro and me replaying the 1912 World Series. O'Brien is ready to deal, and Fred Snodgrass swing and a miss. So there's a strikeout. All right, here comes Fred Merkle now. O'Brien has the sign from Bill Kerrigan, and here is the pitch. And this one is going to be a tapper over to Heine Wagner at short, and he will fire onto Jake Stahl for out number 2. All right, brings up number 3 hitter for the Giants, Chief Myers. Giants leading this series 2-0. And here's the pitch, and Myers is going to ground this one. And Merkle will take this one unassisted. Or I'm sorry, not Merkle. Yeah, Jake Stahl will take it unassisted. We go to the bottom of the first, the New York Giants nothing, and the Red Sox coming to bat. Beals Becker in left for the Giants, in center Red Murray, and in right Fred Snodgrass. Around the horn from first to third, Fred Merkle, Larry Doyle, Art Fletcher, Buck Herzog behind the plate, Chief Myers, and on the mound, number 3 starter, Hall of Fame pitcher, Rube Marquard. Okay, Paul says he's going to be back. He's going to get Will sorted out. Aaron Reed says APBA Baseball for Windows needs an online feature. Glad it doesn't, but it would be kind of cool if you could play against other people. So I wouldn't hold your breath. This is where APBA wants this to be the epicenter of everything, and I really don't see them implementing online play. I think they're just going to, because when this game came out, Aaron, or when Baseball for Windows came out, people were using league files and playing that way, which we should talk about sometime. All right, here we go. Leading it off is Harry Hooper, Hall of Famer, and the pitch by Rube Marquard. as we wait for Cousin Ken. And Harry Hooper draws the walk. So Harry Hooper has some serious speed. So this New York Giant battery needs to watch out for him. All right, in the box now, one of the greatest of all time, Tris Speaker. All right, and yep, we are definitely holding that runner on. And Marquard checks the runner and deals. And Tris Speaker, let me see, what do we got here? This one, a tapper to short. Fletcher up with it onto Fred Merkle, but on the play, Hooper got a good start, moves into scoring position. So Boston threatening here in the bottom of the first inning as Duffy Lewis steps to the plate. Duffy Lewis with a 284 average in 1912. Marquard peers over his right shoulder, looks in, has the sign from Chief Myers, and here is the pitch. So there will be a little bit of delay, but that's all right. And this is going to be a sometimes these are really, really, really weird to see. So we're just going to call this out number 2. Okay. Oh no, it was a wild pitch. Wild pitch. All right. So now we got to pitch from the stretch now. Okay. So New York or Boston looking for its first run on a little wild pitch there by Rube. Here we go. Baseball demos. Be with you in a sec, brother. Here is the pitch to Duffy Lewis. Boston get on the board first. Fly ball. Fred Snodgrass out there in right field taps the glove and has it for 2 outs. And Harry Hooper being held at third. Baseball Demo says, hey, scored your first game using direct entry and Action PC while rolling strat. It went flawless. No issues. That is awesome to hear, David Baseball Demos. Okay, here we go. Do you both need that? I don't know, Paul, because I'd love to play against you sometime. It'd be fun. See, offense is going for an extra base on the hit. Do I want to attempt to throw out? Ooh, this is going to be getting Harry Hooper is going to be tough, but we're going to try it. Can't hide at this point. Nope. All right, so the Boston Red Sox get on the board first. It is 1-0 with 2 down, and here is Larry Gardner. All right, Marquard winds and fires. And this is a little bit of a single there over the infield. And here we go. Look at Boston coming alive there, picking up its first hit. Same level as you. Play anytime you want. Paul, you pick a team. I pick a team. Let's play. All right, here's Jake Stahl now. 2 down. Marquard looking for the elusive out number 3. 1 run in. So that wild pitch, costly. Marquard brings it home. And Jake Stahl is out of there. So grounds, and Fred Merkle will take it unassisted. We go to the top of the second inning here in Game 3 of the 1912 World Series. And the Boston Red Sox leading this game 1-0. All right, Larry Doyle will lead things off here for the New York Giants, followed by Bills Becker and Red Murray. Will Toole says, thanks, everyone. I did get a message from Paul a couple of minutes ago. You didn't hijack anything. You guys are family. You guys didn't hijack anything. No apologies. It's all fun. It's all good. Will, you're going to have really, really a lot of fun with Pocket Pennant Run Baseball. The software, oh my God, it's incredible. I love it. All right, Larry Doyle, got to get him on base. And this one is going to be hit out to Steve Yerkes. Yerkes is going to field it barehanded and on to Jake Stahl for the 4-3 putout. 1 down for Bills Becker. Becker in the box now. O'Brien deals, and Becker, this one down the line, and Larry Gardner, good stop. Throw across the diamond to Jake Stahl. 2 up, 2 down for the New York Giants here in 1912, and brings up Red Murray. O'Brien deals, and Murray is going to hit this one to, and this is going to be just your basic, this thing switches too quickly sometimes, man. just too quickly sometimes. So score that one 4-3. Yerkes. Uh, Yerkes to Stahl. All right. No, it's all baseball here, but has anybody heard if Action PC Football will get legacy mode? So, guys, somebody here will have to answer that because I don't know. But somebody here plays it, I'm sure. Thanks to all from this channel using HQ. They keep referencing you. Oh, nice, man. Well, I appreciate it. I can be helped. Baseball HQ is awesome. And Will, you will get Baseball HQ with the download of Pocket Pennant Run. How cool is that, man? How cool is that? All right, here we go. Bottom of the second inning, and Bill Kerrigan leading things off for Boston, and Marquard ready to go. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be a fly ball out to center field, and Red Murray will track it down. 1 up, 1 down now for Heine Wagner, no relation to Hannes Wagner. Remember, guys, Baseball HQ is something that Paul created. It's very comprehensive, and it's free. How good is that? What a good man he is. All right, so Heine Wagner strikes out, little drop third strike, but Chief Myers trots down the line, and he will take care of Heine Wagner for the second out of the inning. Here's Steve Yerkes now to bat for the Boston Red Sox. And Rube Marquard winds and fires. And it's going to be base hit to right. So second hit for the Boston Red Sox in this game. Yerkes has speed. And here comes the pitcher, Tom O'Brien. 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Oh, go ahead and go cuddle, buddy. Go for it. Love you too, brother. Be well. Be well. All right. Marquard checks the runner. Here is the pitch. And O'Brien is out. So Merkel to Marquard. Merkel feeding Marquard. That will do it for the Red Sox. They pick up a hit, but that's it. We go to the top of the third. The Red Sox leading the Giants 1-0 here in game 3. All right. Buck Herzog will lead things off here for the McGraw 9. It'll be Herzog, Fletcher, and Marquard. Tom O'Brien ready to deal. Here's Buck Herzog. And Herzog, this one ground ball, 2 hopper to short. Heine Wagner backs up, gets a good bounce, and onto Jake Stahl, 1 away. And Art Fletcher now at the bats. And big swing and a miss. So Tom O'Brien not playing around here. So 2 up, 2 down for the New York Giants. And it brings up the mound opponent Hall of Famer, Rube Marquard. Would like to try to get a hit here, at least for these New York Giants. And he will not. He will not, as Tapper to short, Wagner to Jake Stahl for the 6-3 putout. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Boston leads New York 1-0. We're back at the top of the order for Boston. Harry Hooper, Tris Speaker, and Duffy Lewis. All right, Marquard winds and fires. And Harry Hooper, big cut and a miss. Strike 3. All right, 1 up, 1 down here for Boston. Brings up Tris Speaker. And here's the pitch by Rube Marquard. And Tris Speaker draws the walk. All right, so Speaker aboard. New York looking to add to this 1-run lead. And here's Duffy Lewis. Duffy Lewis with an RBI in this game thus far. And here is the pitch. Marquard checks Speaker. And here we go. This is going to be Duffy Lewis flies out to Bills Becker, and they're going to hold Speaker at first. So 2 down here in the inning brings up Larry Gardner. He is 1 for 1. Lefty batter in there against Rube Marquard. And here is the pitch. Okay, and this one, stolen base there by Tris Speaker. So Speaker steals his way into scoring position. Here we go. And Marquard to deal. And Gardner with a base hit to center. And Tris Speaker crosses the plate, but is ruled out on an appeal for missing third. No run. Buck Herzog with the putout. Top of the fourth inning. Oh, man, that's got to hurt because there was none of that stuff back in 1912. But there you go. You go back to the 19th century, King Kelly used to go from first to third and skip second altogether. And of course, these are modern baseball games. Usually in dead ball era games, you might have two umpires if it was a big game or what have you. So big play for the New York Giants. We go to the top of the fourth. Let's see if they can capitalize on that now. As Tris Speaker cut third a little bit too hard. Fred Snodgrass struck out his last time up. And this was the series, by the way, in which he muffed a fly ball. All right. And fly ball to center field. Harry Hooper has it. He says, no way, what a rare play, says cousin Ken Castro. Good tight ball game here. 1-0 here in game 3. All right. Brings up Fred Merkel. He has nothing for one. O'Brien brings it home, and Fred Merkel swinging him at strike 3. All right. Here's Chief Myers, also 0 for 1. So New York just not seeing Tom O'Brien at all today. And fly ball out to center field, and out to left field is where they've got Tris Speaker playing, and that is it. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Boston Red Sox leading the New York Giants 1-0. It'll be Jake Stahl, Bill Kerrigan, and Heine Wagner. So Dwayne Marsh says he's had that rare play happen to him in the 1978 season that he's doing. So you guys know Dwayne does 1978 Braves and Yankees replay using the APBA Master Game and Digital Diamond Baseball as the companion. So it's great stuff, guys. And Dwayne, man, if you want your money's worth for simulated baseball, Dwayne Martz is the streaming demon. And the record holder for the longest broadcast in our sports gaming community, believe it or not. Yep. All right. Jake Stahl, Bill Kerrigan, Heine Wagner. Right. There we go. All right. So for Stahl, nothing for one. Marquard delivers. And base hit right field. So that's the fourth hit for the Boston Red Sox. So Boston Red Sox definitely bringing the bats today. Stahl, average runner, and here comes Bill Kerrigan now. He has nothing for one. And Legend Sports Universe. He says, evening, Beatles and chatty types. How you doing, Legends? Always good to see you, buddy. Indeed. Merry Christmas Eve to you and yours. Do we have some FSBL coming up tonight, Legends? Please let everybody know. Awesome channel, guys. He's baseball, boxing, basketball, football, hockey, curling, badminton, highlight probably too. So always pretty well here. Thank you. The FedEx pilots, they're really upset with our CEO, as we all are. So they're just like deciding what flights are going to land and what aren't, the pilots. And so we learned today that our freight will not be landing tomorrow. So it's going to be a gobshite tomorrow at the old FedEx. So if anybody has a package coming from FedEx and it's coming from FedEx Express, check your tracking number tomorrow because you may not get your package on Christmas Eve. Dwayne Martz telling Legends it was a great football game last night. All right. Okay, here we go. Here's the pitch to Bill Kerrigan. So Boston mounting a threat here against the Giants in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Kerrigan is going to smack this one to Jake Stahl. All right. So one away, Merkel to Larry Doyle. I'm so used to reading the strat cards, I have to retool my mind here. Okay, so one away, Jake Stahl in scoring position for Heine Wagner. Struck out his last time up. Marquard has fanned 2 in this game. And here's the pitch. And what do we got here? Fly ball to Art Fletcher. And Fletcher, a little pop fly there in the infield. 2 down. Jake Stahl remained in second. And Legends does say if he does broadcast later, it would be the Twins at the Dodgers. Burt Blyleven versus Clayton Kershaw. That's going to be a hell of a lineup. So we're in 9th May of year 5, says Legend. So, guys, it's really exciting. And my Buccos are doing pretty well in the Legend Sports, or in the Franchise Stars Baseball League year 5. And we still don't have our big guns yet. So, of course, neither do the Yankees. Well, they have some of them. The Yankees are a bunch of big guns anyhow, right? Okay, here is Steve Yerkes. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Boston trying to get its second run. Boston looking for its first win in this series, 2 behind 2-0. And Yerke is going to send this one out to Bills Becker in left field, and that will be out number 3. Let's go to the top of the 5th inning here in Game 3 of the 1912 series. Larry Doyle, Bills Becker, and Red Murray due up for the Giants. So FedEx, no, it's not an issue. It's the pilots are pissed off at our CEO. They voted like no confidence against the CEO, against the president of air operations, a bunch of people. So no, it's all right. So we're a half game up in the Cubbies. Nice in Franchise Stars Baseball League. So just passing along because you guys are family. If you're expecting something by FedEx, if it's FedEx Ground, you're fine. If it's FedEx Express, just check your tracking number. Our tracking numbers are 12 digits. No letters like UPS or anything like that. Okay. All right. Back to it. Samuel Smith says, Happy holidays. Inside Pitch Advance is very good. He likes it. Ephus got nominated for one of the best films of the year. Awesome sauce. Great to see you, Samuel. It's been a minute. All right, Larry Doyle, here we go. He is 0 for 1 on the day. And Tom O'Brien pitching a whale of a ball game, as you can see by the line score thus far. And Larry Doyle is going to ground this one to Steve Yerke, score this one 4-3. 1 up, 1 down now for Beals Becker. Beals Becker, 0-for-1. And Becker, triple. This one going out into the power alley into left center field. Speaker and Hooper converge. Speaker gets to the ball and fires it back in. So New York with 1 down in the tying run just 90 feet away. And here is Red Murray. Murray, 0-for-1 at the plate. And here is the pitch. Red Murray, base hit and an infield single. Bills Becker will score, and the New York Giants here in the top of the 5th inning tie it up. So it's 1-1. Murray, good speed at second. Here comes Buck Herzog. Herzog, 0 for 1. Base advancement. Do I want to advance a runner on the hit? Red Murray to second. So this is the thing that confuses me when it says on the hit. This doesn't mean a safe first hit. Yeah, first of the game. So this is the thing that confuses me about APBA Go. When it's saying on a hit, I don't know if this means, right? So let me see. Okay, so I got Murray to second. Let me see. No, I got it now. I know what's going on. Nope. Let's not do that. So Samuel Smith says just got his Master Game manual in the mail. It's huge and gives a hint of how deep the Master Game goes. Think you're gonna like it. Try to advance the base runner, 1 extra base net. Yeah, that's right. I got it, Dwayne. I just had to kind of reread. But thank you, buddy. I'm so glad you and Ken are here to help me out because it's been a long time since I've played APBA. All right, so we're going to hold Murray at first, 2 down, and here is Art Fletcher. So 1 in for New York. It's 1-1 thanks to that triple. All right, here we go. And this is going to be a walk. So Tom O'Brien now has been pretty much untouchable, but New York managing 2 hits, a triple and an infield single, and a run scored, and 2 on. Speed in the base paths, but here is Rube Marquard, so definitely not a sacrifice situation. But let's see if Rube can help himself out. And he singles to right, and Red Murray is out at home. Oh, my God. So there we go. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jeez. How about it? Right field. And we're going to give Fred Snodgrass the outfield assist. So that's got to make Cousin Ken happy there. We go to the bottom of the 5th, as I've said 3 times. We are knotted at 1. It'll be Tom O'Brien, Harry Hooper, and Tris Speaker due up for the Scarlet Hose. All right, O'Brien, nothing for 1 now. Marquard peers in, has the sign from Chief Myers. Here's the wind and the pitch to Tom O'Brien. Good pitcher's duel going here. And grounder to first, or grounder to third is Herzog up with a long throw across the diamond. Merkel with a stretch in time. Back at the top of the order now for Hall of Famer Harry Hooper. So a run scored as a result of a walk. All right, Marquard knows that Hooper is not a bat to be trifled with. Here is the pitch from Rube Marquard. And this is a pop fly. Larry Doyle waving off Merkel, and he will take it for out number 2. Brings up Tris Speaker. Tris Speaker walked his last time up, has a stolen base. He is always trouble in any damn league you play him in. Tris Speaker. Whoever has Tris Speaker in Michael McGreevy League, you got yourself a hell of a pickup there, that's for sure. All right, and the pitch to the Gray Eagle. So a little bit of delay, guys, is, again, Ken is hearing what I'm saying and also making his decisions and stuff like that. So that's why we get a little bit of dead space. Dead space. What a game that is. And fly ball by Tris Speaker, and that will retire the side. We got a good one going here, folks, as we head to the top of the 6th inning here at Pretend Fenway Park. And we will be back at the top of the order for the New York Giants. Fred Snodgrass, Fred Merkel, and Chief Myers. So look up the 1908 Fred Merkel boner, it was called. And then poor Fred Snodgrass in 1912. John McGraw gave both of these men raises. All right, Snodgrass. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So Tom O'Brien ready to deal. And Snodgrass is going to just a little popper back to the mound. O'Brien will toss it on to Jake Stahl for the 1-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down now for Fred Merkel. He's 0 for 2 also with a strikeout. Here's the pitch, and Merkel is going to ground this one to Steve Yerke's routine 4-3 putout. 2 up, 2 down for the New York Giants, and brings up Chief Myers. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. And little dying quail there over the infield, and Myers is aboard. Not a lot of speed. All right, brings up Larry Doyle now. Larry Doyle, nothing to show in 2 attempts today. O'Brien has the sign from Kerrigan, and sets and fires. And Doyle is going to fly out to Tris Speaker, and that will be the end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We are still knotted 1-1. So everybody talking to Samuel about the game and saying, don't get frustrated. All right. What do we got here? We got the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the 1912 Boston Red Sox: Duffy Lewis, Larry Gardner, and Jake Stahl. Marquard thus far 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, has given up 4 hits, touched up for 1 run. Line score, these teams tied all the way across, 1-4-0, as Samuel says. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you get all the help you need here with these guys, that's for sure. All right, Rube Marquard to deal now to Duffy Lewis. He has an RBI in this game. And welcome in, Parallel League. He said that would be he. Speaker is a Philadelphia Ferret. Duffy Lewis swung on, base hit into right field. So Duffy Lewis aboard. That's hit number 5 for the Boston Red Sox. Is Larry Gardner. Perfect 2 for 2 today. And here is the pitch from Rube Marquard. And this is going to be a fly ball. Bills Becker has it out in left field. One down. All right, Jake Stahl now 1 for 2 on the day. Lewis, average runner on at first. Marquard still with a check of the runner. Merkel holding him on. And here is the pitch from Rube Marquard. And this one is going to be a single to right field, and they're going to hold Duffy Lewis at second. So 2-1 for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tie score. And here is Bill Kerrigan. 0-for-1 for Bill. He and Tris Speaker hated each other, by the way. All right, Marquard deals, and Bill Kerrigan out. Duffy Lewis takes third base. Jake Stahl out at second. Double play. It'd be really nice if they would. So here's a little quality of life thing, guys. Maybe, yeah, a little bit better description. It was an inning-ending double play, but so one of the things that APBA Go does pretty nicely is it's kind of text thing, but it would also be nice to at least just say double play and then just give me all this. So it'd just be a quality of life thing I'd like to see. We go to the top of the 7th. We are still knotted at 1. And it's going to be Becker, Murray, and Herzog due up for John McGraw's guys. Tom O'Brien thus far with 3 strikeouts. He's issued a walk, given up 4 hits, and touched up by a run. That's it. All right, O'Brien deals. Becker with good speed. Becker has that triple and a run scored in this game. And this one gets the bunt down, and he is going to beat it out to first base. So Bills Becker picking up his second hit of the game. And here is Red Murray. So Red Murray is the guy with the RBI last time. He's a 1-for-2, and he did it on an infield single that scored Mr. Murray deals and draws the walk. So speed on the base paths for the New York Giants. And here comes Buck Herzog now. Herzog 0-for-2 in the game. All right. And runners are off to the races. New York looking to break this tie open here. And Becker is out. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, so 1 away. Murray does make it to second, but they nail Bills Becker at third. Herzog back in the bag. So the double steal, 50% successful. Ken knew I was going to come with a double steal because he would do the same thing. That would have been a double steal, I think, too. All right. And here's the pitch. And Buck Herzog swings and comes up with nothing but air. All right, so 2 down and brings up Art Fletcher. Art Fletcher is he's 1-for-2 with a walk, including a strikeout. So yeah, parallel league, and in any sort of league I've played in or any project I've done and Tris Speaker's involved, he and Nap Lajoie will just hurt you badly. So you're not going to have to worry about Tris Speaker. I can't remember if you have Lajoie or not, but Lajoie is a beast. All right, 2 on. And as it always seems to happen when you got 2 on, but I'm not yanking Marquard. I'm gonna hang in there with him. And the pitch, and he pops to short, and that will retire the side. We go to the middle of the 7th inning, and if you want to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," which has now been out for 4 years, you may do so. All right, there, everybody, you sang it at Alvin and the Chipmunks speed. All right, Heine Wagner, Steve Yerkes, and Tom O'Brien due up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We are knotted at 1, Game 3 of the 1912 World Series. Marquard ready to go, and here is the pitch to Heine Wagner. I have faith in you, Rube, and there we go. We will definitely take that as this one just tapped out in front of the plate, And Chief Myers will fire onto Fred Merkel. One away now for Steve Yerkes. He is 1 for 2 today. Another good one here, cousin. Absolutely. You know, I had to try that double steal, man. Had it been successful, shoulda, woulda, coulda, huh? All right, Marquard, let's it go. And see what Steve Yerkes does here in reply. And this one popped out towards second, and Larry Doyle will make the catch. So 2 up, 2 down here for Boston. Brings up Tom O'Brien. Let's see what the manager of these Boston Red Sox, is he going to stick with his pitcher as I did with mine? Will he show faith in Tom O'Brien? And indeed he did, and he will ground to first. So Herzog feeds on to Merkel, and we go to the top of the 8th inning, and we are still knotted at 1. Boston scored its run in the bottom of the 1st, and New York answered in the top of the 5th. And for the New York Giants, we were back at the top of the order. Yep, I'll give you a second. That's cool. So again, just want to let everybody know, if you have Action PC Baseball, you should have, if you got that, you should have gotten an email that they did drop a patch for it today. So damn fine work there by Dave Cook and crew. Game releases Friday. We get our first patch on Wednesday for a small company. That is superb. And apparently there's some fixes and things and additions to the manual entry. Also some adjustments and things to the legacy mode. Legacy mode I'm going to have to look at as we go through that 1971 thing, because that's strictly now for legacy mode. So there is that. Will Toole just got himself pocket pennant run baseball. Samuel Smith, let's see, Samuel Smith got himself, he's baseballing all over the place here. I don't want to get the game wrong that he got. So I know he picked up inside pitch. Inside pitch advance is very good. He says, yep. And got the master game here. So there we go. Cousin Ken and Dwayne offering to help out as we wait for the Boston manager to grab himself a beverage. So New York Giants leading the series 2-0 right now. And these two teams asking no quarter nor granting. 1-1 here in the top of the 8th inning is Fred Snodgrass. We'll just hang out here. Snodgrass, he is 0 for 3. The strikeout. Thanks for coming along tonight, family, for a little bit of baseball. Sorry for those of you that were thinking we were going to do Action PC, but Cousin Ken showed up, and we got to get this 1912 World Series. So hopefully we'll be playing more games after we finished with this. This is just an absolute blast to play head-to-head. It really, really is. David Baseball Demos reports that he did an entire game using the Action PC manual input. He said it went off without a hitch. So for those of you rolling cards and dice, and you're looking for maybe you already have Digital Diamond, Pocket Pennant Run, you're looking for a third one, or maybe you don't have any of the board game companions, you want to try it. Certainly any one of those games would be a really viable choice for you, which is kind of cool, right? I would add this. If you're playing cards and dice and you're using Action PC Baseball as your as your board game companion, because they've added legacy mode, think about this. You roll into the next season. David Lando says quick hellos. He's got a working morning. And a quick hello to you, David. I'll do that right now. Hello. Good to see you there, 20s guy, 1920s guy. And I guess they're about ready to get rocking there with the, I believe it's the Diamond Legends League. I think it is. So stay tuned with that. That's Steve Tate, David Lando, Big Clue, and all those outlaws over there. Going to be watching that league with keen interest. They're doing things a little differently. They're doing a contract model, which I think is a super cool idea and should save Steve from the PTSD of David Lando trading 5 players an hour. So should be fun. I don't know if they're looking for managers. If you want, you should reach out to Steve Tate and Scallywags. Absolutely. Reach out to Steve Tate. Reach out to Big Clue. and see if they're looking for managers in that league, because it's really a lot of fun. I think you guys will. I think you really like it. So maybe we get Steve on here some night really quickly. And I just realized I should have done this. There we go. Um, Maybe Steve to just talk about how the league works. Your apologies for what, cousin Ken? Nothing to apologize about. All right, you ready to rock, brother? Let's do this. All right. So Tom O'Brien. So the starter's still in the game as you would expect in the dead ball era. And Fred Snodgrass is going to ground out to Steve Yerke. So Steve Yerke's earning his pay over there. All these right-handed hitters going, just tapping it to the opposite field, and Steve Yerke's making short work of them. So one away now for Fred Merkel. Fred Merkel 0 for 3 and has struck out against O'Brien. O'Brien has whiffed 4 Giants in this game. And fly ball to center, Harry Hooper has it. No problem. 2 up, 2 down now for Chief Myers. He has 1 hit in 3 tries. The wind in the pitch from Tom O'Brien, grounder to first, and that will retire the New York Giants. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The New York score is 1-1 here in Game 3 of our 1912 World Series. Game 4, we'll be going back to our aces again. So, should be fun. Should be fun. All right. Harry Hooper, Tris Speaker, Duffy Lewis, due up. Boston looking for its first win in this series. Marquard, still looking pretty good out there. We're going to watch him closely, though. And the pitch by Rube Marquard toes the rubber and lets it go. Pop fly on the left-hand side, and shortstop Art Fletcher will make the grab. So 1 up, 1 down. You guys can see over here, you APBA players, that this does stop on the card. So this was not immediately apparent to me until Dwayne Martz had said this. You have to select step play if you want to see that. So obviously, Strat Max does all this automatically, but you have to select this option in APBA Go. And you just do that in your game setup screen. All right, here's Tris Speaker now. And the Gray Eagle with a steal, a walk, and 2 at bats. So not bad for Mr. Speaker. Hall of Famer versus Hall of Famer here. Marquard ready to go to Tris Speaker. Let's see what shenanigans cousin Ken Castro is going to try to pull here. He's going to do something. Tris Speaker, good eye up there. All right, here we go. And what drives me nuts is I can't defend against a steal in this game. Grrr. All right, so David Lando says that they are always looking for thick-skinned ne'er-do-wells. That'd be pretty much this entire family here. So, guys, check it out. Get in touch. Ask David. Talk to people. Go join it. It looks like it's going to be a fun league. Steve and Big Clue run a good ship over there. All right, brings up Duffy Lewis. Duffy Lewis with an RBI, responsible for the lone Boston run in this game. And I know Speaker's going to be off to the races. If Ken Castro isn't attempting a steal here, I'm going to wonder what beverage he is drinking. And he attempts to steal, and he is in there. The wind blew, the dust flew, and when it all came down, Tris Speaker is now in scoring position. All right, Marquard peers over his shoulder, has the sign now in from Chief Myers. Duffy Lewis in there, and here is the pitch again. Will Speaker try to steal third? And there we go. This is a double, and Tris Speaker will score Duffy Lewis with an RBI double. And in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Boston Red Sox leading 2-1. And Midlife Crisis says, evening, Merry pre-Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve Eve. His move factor and the cousin has built in. Right. No, gotcha. I'm just so used to in baseball games, like in baseball for Windows, you can defend against a steal. And I'm just so used to being able to do that in baseball games. But I get that that's baked in. It's coming back to me, Dwayne. It's coming back to me. And I love this game. No worry about me getting rid of this. I'm even going to try to keep Strat because I'm really starting to really like Strat Max too. So again, guys, I don't have a horse in the race. I just love a good baseball game. All right, so Boston Look at this. All right, here we go. When we go to the ninth for the New York Giants, it's going to be Doyle, Becker, and Murray, the 4, 5, 6 hitters. And New York would like some of that magic they had in the first two games. Marquard deals. And Larry Gardner's with a triple to deep center. And Duffy Lewis scores. This could be the nail in the coffin and giving Boston its first win. One down. Marquard looking a bit meh out there. And we are finally going to go to our bullpen. And let me see. You gonna let me see him? Thank you. Oh my God. I mean, we got to go with this guy. We got to go with this guy. All right. Rube Marquard's day is done. Crandall is in to pitch. And we got to have him pitching from the stretch. All right. Here's Jake Stahl now. Jake Stahl having a good day. He is 2 for 3. Boston plating 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. And Crandall deals. And Jake Stahl is out at first. And another run scores. So New York not able to get that elusive third out as Larry Gardner will score. All right, here's Bill Kerrigan, nothing for 2. And Crandall deals to him. Series will head back to the Polo Grounds then for game 4. And Bill Kerrigan is out of there. Tapper back to Otis Crandall and on to Fred Merkle. We go to the top of the 9th. Boston poised to win its first game in this series, leading 4-1. And New York needs some of that crazy magic. Tom O'Brien looking for the complete game win. He has scattered 5 hits over 8 innings and just 1 run, and that one back in the 5th. All right, here is Larry Doyle now. Larry Doyle, nothing for 3. O'Brien deals. And this is going to be a fly ball to right. Duffy Lewis has it. 1 down. So Boston 2 outs away from their first win. Here comes Bills Becker. Bills Becker, 2 for 3 today with a run scored on a big trip after a big triple. O'Brien deals, and Becker's going to ground this one to Larry Gardner. Fires across the diamond, and the New York Giants down to their last chance. Here's Red Murray. Red Murray today with an RBI, a stolen base. He is 1 for 2. And here is the pitch, and Murray will ground it out to Larry Gardner, and that is your ball game. And the Boston Red Sox now pick up their first win in this World Series. So New York leading 2-1 in terms of the World Series. For the Boston Red Sox, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. This was a clean game. For the New York Giants, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Tom O'Brien gets the win. Rube Marquard tagged with the loss. Let's look at our box score. Congratulations, Ken. Yeah, we do have a series. All right, this is good stuff. So Marquard, not as sharp as we would have liked today. But let's look at the Red Sox. Let's look at the Red Sox. It's a good game by the Boston Red Sox, getting 8 hits. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So when Cousin Ken and I, we never know when we're going to play. But game 4 will be at the Polo Grounds. And there we go. So now I'm 7 wins and 3 losses thus far. And there we go. There's a little APBA there for you. All right. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you very much, man. Let's check Action PC Baseball really quickly because I want to see what additions were added to the manual input. And you'll hear the sound, but I'm not going to turn on my headphones. So what a rube. How about it? So yeah, cuz we do have us a series. So I love it, man. These have all been good games, all good games. And this was a nice pitchers duel, but man, Marquard again. It's sort of that what day after managing. I don't like to call it Monday morning. You know what? Just because. So let's just do a quick. We're not going to do the game. I just want to see what the deal is here. So let's go to play, and we're going to say Yankees Red Sox too. I just want to quickly there. San Francisco, San Diego. So San Francisco tough in 1971, and we're not going to play it. I just want to see what the manual input's going to look like in this. All right, and let the computer have the Padres because, you know. All right, and they're going up against Phoebus. So computer versus right, computer lineup. Juan Marichal, ooh baby. Yep. Okay, and boom. All right, let me see what we got here. I'm trying to look for additions and things. I guess we just got to see what happens. And I have no idea. So we have a strike and a pass ball, strikeout and a wild pitch, and then a drop strike 2-3. Okay. I think that was there before. So probably those enhancements are going to come when we start seeing things over here. So, yeah, anyhow, there it is. And then, of course, turn it off and what have you. All right, that's it, guys. So Philip finished his game. What's the score, Philip? Who won? Oh, you said it was game 4 of 1980, but you didn't say who was playing. So, inquiring minds want to know, my friend. So we topped out at 20 for a few minutes. Now that no, we have 16, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, any questions about Action PC? Again, I think it's a huge endorsement. David Baseball Demos was actually the Phillies won. Your Phillies won. All right, so there you go. Philip, I thought you were a Reds fan, though, right? Phillies won, but Philip is a Cincinnati Reds fan, if I recall. So the Phillies beat the Cardinals 4-2 in 1980. Philip doing a 1980 replays in Game 4. But David Baseball Demos said that played an entire game with it, rolled a game, used this as the input, and he said it went off without a hitch. So that is nice. And Philip does indeed say that he is a Reds fan. Cool stuff. Question, though, on a result. And what result would that be? See if one of the scholars in here can answer, because I'm certainly not one. So, guys, keep an eye out. Legend Sports Universe says that if he gets work wrapped up, there will be an FSBL game. Those usually come on about 11:30 Eastern. And he does... I got to move that. Oh, you guys aren't seeing that spotlight thing anyhow. So he usually does... it's about 11:30. Great stuff. Great stuff. On the solo home run results. Okay. So we wait. We could have Bobby Bonds here. We could have him hit a home run, by the way, if we wanted, just because Phillips talk about a home run. We could do that. I should bring up Pocket Pennant Run, and I'm really curious to see, because I'm guessing those enhancements are here because nothing here looks different to me. But it doesn't mean it ain't here. I wonder if it's going to be in this. So, and again, this is the screen that you go to when it's a play not cut. It's a lot the way Pocket Pennant Run does it. So if you don't find your play here, what you do is you hit E, right? You can see here there's triple plays, things like that. You need to record. You want to record an assist, all that kind of stuff. All that happens in this screen, and the manual entry version, I should say, of Action PC Baseball. Player was a home run king. Oh, you got to ask somebody who plays History Maker Baseball. Do you need the 6 or is it automatic if you're a home run king? So, guys, Philip is playing History Maker Baseball. He says the player that hit the solo home run, he says player's a home run king. Do you need the 6 or is it automatic for him if he is a home run king? So we got any History Maker Baseball fans here? Paul's off cuddling his wife, or he'd be able to answer that really quickly. Any of you guys watching here, do you play History Maker Baseball? Maybe you can answer Philip's question. I do not play it, Philip. I watch other people play it. It's a game that's fun for me to watch, but it doesn't click with me. Maybe someday if there's a digital version, I might try it just because dice checks and stuff like that. Paul Fay getting Will Toole straightened out, another adopter of pocket pennant run baseball. And hopefully will get himself lost in that rabbit hole, because a rabbit hole it is. A rabbit hole it is. I'm going to fix something while we're talking here. Let's go to setup, because I like having both lineups. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Because it makes me happy. It makes me happy. So, Philip, Ken is asking, is it History Maker Baseball Express? Because there's History Maker and History Maker Express, apparently. Reason I ask is it's Mike Schmidt's first season if it's automatic. All right. So, Philip asking here. Team lineups. I want both teams. There we go. I like seeing both. That's better. I know you guys are hearing sound from the crowd here. I don't have my headphones on, so hopefully you can put with that. So Philip says it is Express, and we could just jump out of here, actually. I think we will. Bring. Since I don't think anybody's in the mood for another baseball game anyhow. Besides, Legends could be coming on here anytime. Okay. Stick Tap says, I hear if you put Action PC in 3/4 screen mode, doing manual input, it's the ideal interface. Well, let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. And again, we'll just go to this game that we're actually not playing. And again, guys, I don't have my headphones on. I was going to do an Action PC game, but I'm going to stop every damn thing when Cousin Ken comes on here. All right. So play. And right, and computer lineup, and okay, and yes, and play ball. All right, let's switch this to 3/4, and let's see if that is indeed the ideal setup for manual entry. Okay, so I can see where that would make it really nice, because you've got your pitcher batter, which I would, if I would play it this way, I would switch. You do get more stats in the 3/4 screen, which is much better. But yeah, I can see that, because you get your play-by-play down the middle here. Let's do a couple. We'll just screw around here a little bit. So here's Bobby Bonds, and he's going to be facing Tom Phoebus. And here's the pitch. And I've got to hit go. All right, and Bobby Bonds picks up a single. Isn't this great? Oh, there we go. Now, holy moly. Did you guys see this blow up? So now you can do the advanced base runners here where before you weren't. So this is really cool. See how much this is filled up now? Holy shit. Way to go. So we got a strikeout stolen base. We got a strikeout stolen base with an error. We've got the pickoff to a pitcher, but now also with an error. Or right in a catcher, also with an error. This blew up big time. So here's singles, doubles, triples, plus an error. And then, of course, the base run, you would just be a single, and then you'd have to advance the guy manually. But now you can do it. And then over here with the outs, because we just had a few, so now with a runner on, what do we got here? We got a strikeout, ground ball, fielder's choice, ground ball, double play, fly out, line out, put out, sacrifice, hit, a caught stealing, just regular pickoff with a pitcher. So when it's an out, as opposed to the out with the error and catcher. And oh, nice. This is so cool. And then you got your strike them out, throw them out down here. So way to go. These were not here on Friday night when we tried this out and over the weekends. So there we go, guys. Boy, that was nice to see, wasn't it? So I do like this interface. I have to be honest. I don't usually play this game in 3/4 mode. I just want to see what it looks like. So yeah, nothing really changes there. The only thing I want to change is it makes sense to have the pitcher up here. So, and that's easy enough to change in Action PC Baseball. So, thank you for the tip. And there she is, the whirlwind herself. Merry Christmas Eve, Barbara. If you celebrate Christmas, I don't want to make that assumption. So, Stick Tap Sports Network. Thank you, brother. And again, he says he put Action PC in 3/4 mode. When doing manual input, it's the ideal interface. Boy, I have to agree with you. I think when we do one with manual input next time on the channel, we will do that. Love the way the scoreboard looks in this game. Better font. This is so, I mean, I'm looking at this like, so, because again, I still got to wear readers till I get the other eye done. But now looking without them, I can see this font perfectly. So thank you. Thank you, Dave Cook. Very nice font this time, too. So good stuff. Good stuff, guys. She says Merry Christmas, and she does celebrate. All right. Buon Natale to everybody. Feliz Navidad. Nolach Shonadaut. What else? Feine Kerstfeest. And that pretty much covers the language I can speak. At varying levels. At varying levels. Oh, Mele Kaliki Maka, only because I heard that Don Ho dude do it in the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And that and Aloha is all the Hawaiian I know. That's it. We're done. We're done. Because is Legends live? Does anyone know Legends is live? Legends is live. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut out of this game because I'm sure the crowd's driving you guys nuts because we're not actually playing the game. But way to go, way to go. Let's look at this again. Actually, gotta look at this again. So now you've got all kinds of possibilities. Plus, you have all of this over here. So, and if David Baseball Demo said this worked flawlessly, you're gonna go on 5 minutes. All right, good. That gives me time to wrap it up then. So, guys, let's head on over to Legend Sports Universe and the masterpiece that he's done with MLB The Show 22, the Franchise Stars Baseball League. We are in year 5. And this is going to be great stuff. Twins and Dodgers. Burt Blyleven versus Clayton Kershaw. And there is Mick, and he says, yep. Oh, there's even more, Mick. Even more, baby. Look at this. So we put Bobby Bonds on, and all of a sudden this went boom, boom. Lots more out choices, lots more safe choices, and then of course plus this thing for the not so right. So recording assists and stuff like that, triple plays and weird stuff. So boy, it's just incredible. And Stick Tap Sports Network giving us a great tip that if using manual entry, and I have to agree with them. This looks like this is just really great stuff, huh? Ken Castro says looks good, but hard to give up ball stat for me. Just your opinion. Play what you love, play it how you love it, right? I mean, for me, to be honest with you guys, if I was playing cards and dice baseball, I would be using something like this or Pocket Pennant Run or a Digital Diamond Baseball. But again, Ken old school when he's doing upright. Should we have Bobby Bonds steal just for the shits and giggles of it? No, we're not going to do that. So, all right, guys. Franchise Stars Baseball League Season 5. Let's go over and hang out with legends. Let's go flash bomb them, man. Bam. So, Dwayne's a creature of habit. I am sorta. I have a habit of buying too many baseball games. And the Steam sale, I'm getting murdered on that too. So, What are you going to do? All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Love all you guys. And gal, our whirlwind was here. Let's go to Legend Sports Universe. I'm not even going to say all the goodbyes. I'm just going to say we'll see you around the batting cage. And I'm so pathetic. I'm spending Christmas with my kitty cats, so I might be on with just a regular old baseball game Christmas night, not Christmas Eve, but Christmas night. So if anybody wants to join me, I'll be here. If not, it's all cool. See you at Legends, everybody. And until I am on again, see you around the batting cage. Good night. And Cousin Ken, I'm ready for game 4, baby. All right. Bye bye.